we're fine. He can stand right here. He's been with me all year, so, we've been winning most of the time, so we lost tonight, so he'll be with me tonight.
Welcome. Tonight we have from Middle Tennessee State head coach Rick Insell, Anastasia Boldreva, and Savannah Wheeler. We'll start with a quick opening statement from Coach Insell, and then please questions for the student athletes first, and we will release them back to the locker room with their teammates. Thank you.
I thought that Colorado came out and really, really played a great game. I mean, I think they were averaging 5 threes a game. And what did they hit tonight? I hadn't got a stat sheet. 15, 13, what was it? 13 threes. So, and we played pretty good defense. And then I thought on our offensive end, they were very aggressive with us, not allowing us to get into our offense. I didn't say they were fouling now. They were aggressive. They did a good job. Their game plan was excellent. It caused us problems early. They knocked down some shots. Early on, I thought offensive rebounds was a big key, too. I think they had 8 offensive rebounds in the first half, maybe, or the first quarter. I can't remember that. But, and you can't do that. You can't do that. My girls, they didn't quit. They just kept playing and executing, and I was real proud of them. They've had a heck of a season. We've had them in the fire and under the gun. Let's don't do that here now. All year long, and they've done a good job.
Questions for the student athletes, please.
Savannah, it seemed like early on the length of Colorado was something y'all had to adjust to early. How quickly did y'all have to figure out how to run the offense with the extra size that Colorado had?
Just like what Coach was saying, they were very aggressive, especially with their post players. So they were pressing up top when they were sent screen. So, all we had to try to do is match their physicality. But, credit to them. They did a good job taking us. They did a great job of defensive end. But, I thought we had a heck of a year. And I'm really proud of this group, proud that I came here, and just ready to get back to work for next season.
Bob in the back corner.
For both of you, what did you do so well in the second quarter that kind of got you back in the game? I think you cut it to 5 after kind of the rough start.
Start with Savannah and then Anastasia, please.
I would say, we were getting a lot of deflections in the first half and the second quarter. I felt we were, pretty active on the defensive end. They out-rebounded us, though, in the first half. But, I thought, our fight was definitely there. But I would probably say several deflections in the first half was beneficial for us in the first half.
Yeah, I will agree with Savannah. We were pretty active, but the worst thing we didn't box out, specifically me, and that's why they out-rebound us, and they had good percentage on the freeze, even though with our hands, and also we lost the shooters. So kind of after the second half, we went down again. Or first half, sorry.
Any other questions?
Savannah, when you play a team that's not a great three-point shooting team and they start knocking down threes, how do you guys adjust to that?
I mean, if they hit 1 or 2, okay, but after the second one, you're going to have to start jabbing at them. My girl, she hit first 2 in the first quarter, so, when something like that happens, you just got to kind of adjust a little bit to personnel. But, credit to them, they came out hot for sure, but overall, it's just taking a little adjustment to your personnel, know who you're guarding.
Savannah, along with that, when you guys are a three-point shooting team and you're not hitting them, how frustrating is that, when they're not falling?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating, but, you got to keep shooting, keep running offense, threes aren't following, start finding other ways to kind of make an impact in the game, whether it's shooting pull-up jumpers, getting to the free throw line. So, just keep shooting the 3 or finding other ways to impact the game.
Anastasia, we saw you learn a lot during last year's WNIT run. What do you think you're going to take away from this NCAA tournament experience, this postseason experience this season?
The most important thing for me is to get more physical, to get tougher in the post, especially on defensive end, especially on rebounds, and just for the work for the summer is gonna get me.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Ladies, you're welcome to go back to the locker room. Congratulations on a fantastic season.
Thank you.
Now we'll open it up to Coach Insel.
Hey, it don't matter. We got plenty of time.
Coach, the three-point defense obviously had some mental lapses, particularly in that third quarter. Was it just a mental breakdown, or what was going on there?
The young lady was just, I'm telling you, she was relocating, and we lost her. We lost her about 3 times in a row. And bam, 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 she killed us. And, she just works hard without the ball. And we knew she was a great player. We knew she was a great shooter. But we just had some players that just lost her. And, you don't do that stuff intentionally. You're going in there and you're rebounding. You got your mind on getting aggressive, getting up in them. And then next thing you know, she slides to the left, slides to the right. You close to stop penetration. She knocks down a 3. Great job by them. Great job.
Rick, I wanted to ask you about their three-point shooting as well. Seems like in the first half they were right in front of you. You could have almost reached out and touched them.
Oh, God.
Was that extra frustrating for you?
It's frustrating for, our coaching staff, I feel like, is one of the tops in the country. And they've done a fantastic job all year long. And we had them pegged, but, we didn't expect them to go hit that many threes. We intended to slough off of a couple of their shooters, and the first one we sloughed off of was she hit 2 threes right in a row. Well, then when we came out and had to apply the pressure a little bit to her, they were able to use their size inside. But we're still in the game. We just, you can overcome a couple of threes, but it's tough to overcome. I think the first half they hit 11 maybe. It's tough to overcome that. That's 33 points, guys,
Y'all were able to get some turnovers against Colorado. I think they had 17 tonight, 19 points off turnovers, but they were able to get 17 points off turnovers off of only 8 for you guys. What does Colorado do so well to convert those turnovers into points?
I'll have to go back and look at the film, but we had several deflections that we had in our hands. And I think a big one was right on our end where I don't think they intentionally kicked the ball, but they kicked it, they got it back, they scored on that. We had a defensive breakdown underneath on an inbounds play. And then they had 2 3-point plays off of rebounds off of free throws. And we knew they were tough exiting it, and we planned for that. But the young lady, we just went to sleep, and we allowed them to get a couple of 3-point plays off of that. We went from I think it was a 5 or 6 point game, and it went to a 13-point game just like that. So, and it was not because of our young ladies were not hustling. They were hustling. They just made the plays. They're a good basketball team. They're in a tough conference, much like us. But tonight was their night. And, it's like I told our players, they played extremely well. We didn't play that bad, but they played extremely well. And, my hat goes off to them.
Coach, you guys got out-rebounded by 14 tonight. When you play a team that has the size of Colorado, how do you have to game plan to try and win the rebounding battle?
We pretty much played teams all year long that's had more size than us. So that didn't bother us. We got big motors, big hearts, and we don't even talk about the size difference. We give them what they are, 6'3", 6'4", and we go on about our business because, it comes right down to the want to. And, our players they have successfully had a great season. And my hat's off to our players also because we have been in the fire and we've won some big games. We won our conference, won 3 games in a row in our conference tournament. And, I'm just very proud of them, just very proud of them.
Anything else for Coach Insel?
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
You ready, little man?
Good evening. Joining us from Colorado tonight are head coach J.R. Payne, student athletes Frida Foreman, and Jalen Sherrod. We will start with a short opening statement from Coach Payne and then questions for the student athletes only, so we will release them back to their teammates in the locker room.
Okay, I guess I'll just start by saying how proud I am of our team for playing great basketball, against a really good, tough, gritty team. We talked earlier about the fact that at this point of the season, it doesn't matter what your seed is. It doesn't matter what color uniform you're wearing. Every single team is tough. And the team that typically is going to come out on top at this time of the year is the team that does them better, And I thought we did a great job. Our upperclassmen did a really great job of refocusing us all week on who we are, what we're about, what success looks like for this ball club. And I think it was on full display for probably close to 40 minutes tonight. So really proud of our team today.
Questions for the student athletes, please?
Frida, you guys, this is most three-pointers CU's hit in like 11 years. 13 threes. You guys are not a big three-point shooting team. How'd that come about tonight that you guys were just firing and hitting like you were, and you personally, but the team in general?
I think it was just the way they played us, and we just found our shooters wide open. And even though it's not maybe something we've done a lot before, if that's what they're giving us, then I think we're really good at just taking advantage of it today. And then, as Jalen just said, people have said this is a shooter's gym, so maybe that was just it.
With that, and I'll ask Jalen this. When Tay hits 2 threes in a row, you guys are going to be on. But, it was a pretty sluggish game to come out, and then she hits 2 in a row. Did that maybe loosen this team up a little bit?
Yeah, I think feeding off what Frida said and relating it to Tay, I think we all came out with just a sense of confidence and, a sense of confidence in being able to shoot the three. We don't really shoot the three outside of Frida and Jada. But I think we work on it every day. Everybody on the team is working on their game, and so that's something that we came in with confidence. And I think everybody just played with a level of confidence today that resembles the work we put in up to this point.
This is for Jalen. I know you guys are obviously focused on the tournament. You're right in the middle of it. You got a game coming up in 2 days. But I'm wondering if you so far have given any thought to what you might be doing next year with the 5th year COVID year as a possibility.
No, I haven't decided yet.
This is for both of you guys. Both of you felt the disappointment of losing to Creighton in the first round last year. Just describe your emotions now and, a year later, exactly to the date.
Jalen first, and then Frida, please.
I think it just gave another chip to put on our shoulder. I think we're a team that really feeds off of that. I told the team before the game, we got an opportunity to earn some more respect tonight, and it's a lot of people who still have a question mark next to Colorado, so it was just an opportunity for us to answer questions that people may have about our team and people might not know about our team. So that was just my mentality and what I told the team before the game.
Yeah, I think same as Jalen said. And then when you've been here before and lost, it's just, to never take that opportunity for granted. So we just came in here really focused and ready to play.
So it might be the same answer, but, Jalen, on Sunday, you were not happy that you guys got a 6 seed. You were hoping for something better. And then a lot of the, experts were saying this was the upset here. It was Middle Tennessee. Did you guys hear all that, and did that fuel you?
Of course you hear it. I can't speak on the team, but I know for me, I always keep a mental note of just, being an underdog, because that's who I am. That's what I've always been. So, and that's what I bring to the team, that energy and that fire from being an underdog. So I think for me, I just wanted to give as much to the team in that aspect, because everybody might not feed off of that, but I bring energy to the team. So that was just my job for the week.
All right. I'll keep asking. So, Frida, the first tournament win for CU in 20 years. How good does that feel to finally get this team, over that next step?
It just feels great. I really want to do this for my teammates and my coaches, and we've just worked so hard to get here, and I'm just happy we're back on this stage finally.
You guys focus on rebounding throughout the season, but 43 to 29 tonight. just talk about your effort on the glass and getting extra possessions.
Yeah, that was a real focal point of the game plan. We know Middle Tennessee crashed the boards really hard, and they're really good at crashing the old glass. So we just wanted to do our jobs and box out and, take away what they do well.
What made you and your teammates think this was a good shooting environment? You mentioned that before.
Jalen, you want to answer that?
I didn't know what a shooter's gym was because I'm not a shooter, but they told me what it was. They said it had good lighting and it was small and the depth perception. So once they told me that, I was like, okay, so let it fly. And I think everybody else kind of took that on too. So,
as the shooter, Frida, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, I didn't really know either, but when people said it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I think once someone said it, I guess it just has this it boosts your confidence a little bit more. You're like, all right, well, it's a shooter's gym, so this is where I should shoot. Yeah.
Anything else for the student athletes?
I think Jalen's exact words were, well, if it's a shooter's gym, I'm going to let it fly.
Why not? Why not?
Ladies, you're free to go back to the locker room. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stay as well if you want, to keep her company. We'll open it up for questions for Coach Payne.
Coach Payne, kind of same question as the players. First time out of the first round in 20 years. What's it feel like?
It feels incredible. I mean, this entire year's been really pretty incredible, though. I've said in post-game press conferences, I freaking love my team. I absolutely love them. They work hard. They're selfless. They celebrate each other. So every opportunity I have to get to be with these guys and then to win a game is a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm when I left the hotel, I was kind of looking around thinking, man, I hope I'm happy when I get back here. And I definitely will be. So excited.
Coach, you guys obviously have played a lot of good games this year. That's why you're here. But to play like this against a team like this in this environment, had you seen your team be this dominant for 40 minutes, do you think, this year?
I don't know. I thought one of the best games we played this year was at Marquette right before Christmas, and I thought that was a full 40-minute game. We were great on the glass. We shot the ball well. We defended well, and I think we did. We were so locked into game plan, for this week, and I think having several days to prepare for a new opponent. We have a really smart team, a really academic team, and so they take their scouting reports really seriously. So I think even just after a day or two, they understood their opponent, and then we kind of flipped it back to us again. Okay, so now we know who they are. This is who we need to be, and just continue to build on our strengths. And today was the best shoot around, we've had all year. Our energy, our focus is, I just think, right where it needs to be at this time of year.
And with Middle Tennessee, two of their keys were three-point shooting, and they shoot a ton of free throws.
Yeah.
They shot 7 free throws tonight,
yeah,
and obviously didn't hit their threes. How key was it to keep them off the line and also get a hand in their face at the arc?
Yeah, both really important. I would say along with rebounding, because as Jalen said, they're really good on the offensive glass. We really talked about keeping them off the free throw line. Move your feet, keep your nose on the ball, cut them off with your chest, like don't reach, no silly fouls, things like that. So again, I think our team just absolutely executed game plan.
With the three-point shooting, was that something that you guys knew coming in was going to be open, or it just kind of evolved throughout the game and let it roll?
Yeah, I guess we'll just go with what they said. It's a shooter's gym, so we let it fly. But no, in all seriousness, they guard. They are one of the best defensive teams in the country. And, we tried to kind of downplay it a little bit for our team because you don't want them to start overthinking. And but they're very stingy defensively. Open looks are hard to come by against Middle Tennessee. And so I think maybe, sort of the selfless nature of our group, no one really cares who gets the shine or who gets the shot. So the fact that we can make the extra pass and share the ball and play inside out, I think helped open up some of those looks.
Typically, you don't show too much emotion on the bench, but Kendall hits the buzzer beater, and you're out there 10 feet on the court. Just talk about what that moment was and just the excitement really around this whole moment as a program.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, just overall excitement, and we're just so happy with how we're playing, who we are, what we're about. And even Kendall, like that shot is not just a shot, like Kendall's someone that's worked extremely hard, to hit. How many did she hit? 2? Even to take 6 threes for Kendall is a big deal. We're always telling her, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. And so for her to step up with confidence, and it was a beautiful play. Like we penetrated, kicked back, made the extra pass. And for her to shoot that with confidence, I thought was just huge for her and for us.
A lot of times to win games like this, you need role players to step up. And can you talk about Tamia and then also Bree, who were both huge tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I really think we have tremendous depth. Tamia said before the game, Coach Jay, don't worry, I'm going to get 8 rebounds tonight. And she was locked in. I think she ended with 6. But I thought Tamia's ability to score the ball, shoot with confidence, look to attack people's feet, I thought she did a great job with that. And then Bree McLeod was just phenomenal. I talked to her before the game and just said, here's a couple things that you can do that I don't think anybody else on our team can do for us tonight. And if you do this, it'll help us win this ball game. And she did. I mean, she was aggressive. She rebounded, kept her poise under pressure and things like that. So just tremendous effort from both of them.
Anything else for Coach Payne?
All right, thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.